Good morning, everybody. Let's see who's in here. A little bit late. Sorry. Verbal, Mel, Sharon. I'm glad you're in here, Mel. We have missed you. There's a bull in there. Is it really hot in Australia? Well, of course it is. I've been watching all kinds of videos about the animals being rescued and stuff. Those poor little koala bears. All the animals. Lizards, everything. I mean, it's just so beautiful. I watched a video of a little koala baby. His mother must have got killed. They got separated. Anyways, he was so exhausted. He made all the fire and he was trying to climb this fence. Thank God he was found. Faithful one, Susan. Good morning. Koala bears are just the cutest, aren't they, Mel? I like the kangaroos. I saw a video of, I think it was two brothers or brother and sister kangaroos reunited, and they just kept hugging each other just because they've just been so scared and traumatized. For those of you that pray, please, y'all, pray for my brother. He is about to drive me crazy. It's one reason I was late this morning on my live stream. Oh my gosh, he's driving us crazy, guys. He's only been out of jail a week, a little over a week, I guess. But back to his old ways, bad addiction to methamphetamine. I mean, I bet you I talked to him 6 different times on the phone yesterday. And it just goes on and on and on about the same stuff. You know how they do when they're high like that. And it's really had me stressed out. Meow, a lot are so exhausted they're happy to have human help. I know it. Thank God for the good humans. Hey, Leanne. Yeah, I had a thing for koala bears too, Verbal. I still do. Yes, Leanne. He is my youngest brother. My oldest brother, he's in bad shape too, but he's not as bad as my youngest brother. And he's about killed my mom. So it's really had me stressed out. I was stressed out yesterday morning when I did my live stream because I'd been dealing with him. You know, when my mom won't baby him or give in to him, then he starts calling me. You know, I'm his only sister. I'm surrounded by boys in my family. Hey, Lisa. Addiction affects all family and friends. I know it's sad. And, you know, my mom can't let him come to her house because of it. You know, my son stays there. So it's just awful. Hey, Hazel. Hazel Basil. Mute my cigarette. So let's see what's going. Oh, before we get into any true crime, well, this is kind of true crime. Yeah, I started watching this channel. It's called Linda Loves Music. Okay, she does videos about the Ramsey case. She sounds like she's a nice lady, and I subscribe to her. And I've been seeing her community posts just like one right after another, straight out calling John Ramsey out as a murderer. And I was like, oh, girl, you're going to get your ass sued. But y'all should check it out. Let me see if I can find the link to it. I mean, she sounds like a nice woman, but her posts are almost like obsessive. Like, I thought I had hatred for Fotostilos. This woman, like, just blows it away. I could look it up. Who blocked you? Hey, Shug, I didn't see you. Oh, the woman I'm talking about blocked you? Because I started to say, I wouldn't block you, girl. Been a long time loyal viewer and friend of mine. Okay. I'm getting the link. I'm going to come into the chat on my phone. I'm going to come into the chat. Okay. Okay, there is the link to your channel. Now, don't show her no hate or nothing like that. I just want y'all to go look at the community posts and stuff like that. And I think this woman allows that she is a medium. Like I said, if you listen to her video, she sounds a little country. She sounds like a nice woman. But she thinks that she has solved the JonBenét Ramsey case. And she claims that she talks to JonBenét Ramsey's spirit. Is Andrew in here? Hey, Andrew. Shug, she has accused everyone. Oh, and she blocked you from her channel, Shug? Andrew, very merry. Welcome, guys. Oh, I love listening to the psychics too, Susan. Don't get me wrong. But if you go look at her community posts, it's like she's become obsessed. And she is convinced that John Ramsey murdered JonBenét. Now, I think that they've had lawsuits for people accusing them of murder. I know JonBenét's brother, I think he sued some people for calling him a murderer. Leanne, oh my, I just scrolled through her community page. You see what I'm talking about, Leanne? Isn't it obsessive? Shug says she is no medium. Yeah, like if you're a medium, then talk to JonBenét and tell us. Why, if she's a medium, why did she have to figure out John did it? Why didn't she just ask JonBenét? She was talking to her, she said. Hey, Karen, Gingerlocks, Cricket. How are y'all? Well, it is a little bit entertaining, Susan. Don't get me wrong. Well, it was watching her videos until then I started seeing all those community posts. I think it's got unhealthy for her, to be honest. But if you want to be entertained, check it out. Linda Loves Music with the number 1 after the music. Oh, Leanne, did you start posting? I didn't know. Am I subscribed to you, girl? Let me go say. I see Red Rhyme. Hey, girl. No, I'm not subscribed to you. I just subscribed. We'll cheat the system, Leanne. I'll go to Sunny's channel and subscribe to you from that, too. Hold on just a second. I do that all the time. Let me go to your channel again. Okay. Subscribed on Sunny's channel, too. I do that to everybody. Ask Katie, Red Ram. I did that to her, too. And Mel Mel. Will, everybody. Well, my rooster and goat might want to watch YouTube, y'all's channels. I wish I could get Annabelle and Sunny's channel built up to 1,000. Could help me out a little bit. But I got to get better videos for that channel. I just goof off, you know. Hey, Alan. Alan Bacon. Leanne, I'm definitely going to follow her. Yes, follow that Linda Loves Music. I mean, she seems like a smart person. I'm just not so sure that I believe her theory is correct. She seems a little bit obsessed. Hey, Love Hollis. Thank you, Shug. Sonny is handsome. He's mean as a striped snake, though. So let's look. Let's see what's going on with Boda's dumbass. Here's something. It says, lawyer claims Fotis Dulos and co-conspirator plotted to kill Kent Malwini's wife before Jennifer's disappearance. Oh, well, we already knew they'd done that. I believe they did that too. I believe that is a good theory. I believe these two assholes was like, hey, you help me get rid of my estranged wife, and I'll help you. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I believe that's the way it went. Good afternoon. Well, it's 11:40 a.m. in Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, really? It's 10:42 here. Welcome, Blue West. I like that name. Shug, watch all her videos. You'll see. Well, Shug, I only had to watch a couple videos and look at a couple community posts, and I was like, wow, she's obsessed with this case. I thought I was into the Jennifer Dulos case and other cases. This woman's obsessed. Now, I do accuse, I guess there's a little bit of difference. I do accuse Fotis Dulos of murder, but there's evidence to support that. I don't see any evidence to support that John Ramsey murdered his own daughter. I've thought it's a possibility, but I would never make community posts accusing him of that because I'm not seeing any evidence to support it. There may be some, but I've not seen it. Yeah, it's post after post after post, Susan. That's what I'm saying. It's like obsessive. Now, I would go more with Patsy doing it than I would John because of the letter, the ransom note, and stuff like that. It did look like her handwriting. It did. I'm no expert, but to me it did. But I'm not so sure either parent did it. I think they found some DNA or something on her sweatpants, waistband, or something that didn't match anyone in the family. So, verbal, it's 7:42 here. Oh my gosh, it's early. I know, Katie. It's been a long time. It's been a few days since we talked. Andrew, everyone involved in that case was strange in my book. Yeah, it was all just very strange. I do often wonder how they got access to all those beauty pageant, like the media and stuff. Right after the murder, they got access to like videos of JonBenét and the pageants and stuff. And I believe I saw on that Linda Loves Music, she accused John of leaking that stuff to the media. But I wonder how they did get it. Maybe someone that was there at the pageant, that filmed the pageant, could have gave it to the media. I wonder if we would ever know who killed JonBenét Ramsey. Did the cop detectives stop investigating on the case? They're not knowing who the killer was. I think I was about 8. Let's see, when did that happen? In 90? I was a teenager when it happened, I believe. I don't think they'll ever solve the case, in my opinion. They could, but I don't think that they will. I don't know if they stopped investigating it or not. It's probably a cold case right now. But they did come out and clear the Ramseys, right? There's a video from a small channel I sub to that said child porn was found on John Ramsey's company computers. Really, Andrew? I've never heard that. I wonder if there's any evidence to support that. So it happened in 96. Well, they messed up the evidence at the crime scene, didn't they, Susan? By, John Ramsey carried her body up from the basement, laid it there on the living room floor. So, the evidence got all messed up. I thought that was strange. They'd searched the house and didn't find her. Then all of a sudden they find her. And the detective told John and his friend to search around the house again, because she said she could tell that, like, John was nervous and panicky and all that. So she gave him something to do, to go look around the house again. Yeah, they had all their friends over there, didn't they? Captain Obvious, preacher, everything. I think Patsy Ramsey is kind of weird. She was kind of weird, like in her interviews and stuff. And see, man, are you mad at me? Andrew shouldn't be mad at you. I wouldn't think, Mel Mel. Hey, Florence. Good morning, girl. I had to cough. To me, it's my understanding that the DNA was simply just DNA, like when the underwear was made. It was absolutely nothing to do with the crime. Oh, really? That's interesting. I do feel like they were covering something, though, just the way they acted. I mean, they didn't even sit down with police for what, a couple months after or something. They lawyered up pretty quick. Maybe that was, I don't know, it could have been because police thought they were suspects. I'm not sure. But they just acted really strange about it. It's like they were covering something. Susan, I did watch something that did say that regarding the DNA. Oh, really? Andrew, Mel Mel said she said hi 1,000 times. Can you see her? I was trying to find that video and follow the chat at the same time. It didn't work. I know how that is. My phone actually allows me to split the screen. So, like, I can look up something and still look at the chat at the same time. It's a little annoying, though. Try to do it. I'm not convinced it was her brother, but that Santa also messes with me. Yeah, that Santa was weird. I mean, like, he really liked JonBenét. I think she had gave him, like, a Christmas gift or something. And what was really strange about the Santa, if I'm not mistaken, his daughter actually had went missing like so many years before, like right around the same time as JonBenét, but like years before, but around the time she went missing. I'm going to hire Wandy as a bodyguard. The DNA was not mixed with the others. The DNA that was left in her underwear had been left behind from when her underwear was actually produced at a factory. Oh, wow. So then that would mean that it probably had to be a new pair, because you would think if it was underwear that had been worn before, been washed, they wouldn't have been able to find any DNA from ever who made the underwear. Well, Katie, yesterday I saw a story about 4 bodies that were found in a home in Florida, Celebration, Florida, part of Disneyland or whatever world. But what I was reading, it never did identify who it was. They said they had a suspect in custody, though. But I heard it was a family murdered and the husband did it. I've always been stuck on the ransom note. Why write such a long, rambling note with people in the house if you're a perp? I know. And it had the exact amount of money as John Ramsey's bonus, right? Why would you write such a note? And it didn't mention Patsy in the ransom note, is my understanding. And it looked exactly like her handwriting. Oh Lord, my brother's messaging me. Oh, he tried to call me. I'll have to call him back in a little bit. He's like a little immature child, my brother, the way he acts sometimes. Fotis filed some kind of motion, and I'm trying to find it, but I think it had to do with his. Okay, Fotis files a counterclaim on the foreclosure lawsuit of his Farmington home. It's going into foreclosure. He's going to be living, well, he's going to be living in prison eventually, but I was going to say he'll be living in a shack beside the river, not in no little fancy neighborhood. Captain Obvious, how I respond when my family texts or calls me. Oh my gosh, girl, my brother, he's active in addiction right now, and he is about to drive us crazy. He's called me like 100 times since yesterday. I guess I'm the only one who'll listen to him. But it says Fotis's legal team filed a counterclaim on January 10th on the foreclosure lawsuit at his Jefferson Crossing home in Farmington. The foreclosure notice was first filed in September. Fotis is suing for damages and crap, my brother keeps calling, and relief. I'm gonna hit ignore. For relief. He's always looking for money, ain't he, Fotis? Bumming money off Jennifer's family to start his damn business. Getting insurance claims, just this and that. Since Fox 61 learned last year that Jennifer's mother, Gloria Farber, had been paying the monthly mortgage and property taxes on the home. Gloria Farber was even paying when Fotis was living there with his gal pal Michelle Turconis. A judge said that Gloria Farber paid the mortgage to prevent the property from going into foreclosure. Another foreclosure notice was filed in December for a New Canaan property owned by Fotis Dulos. Of course, Fotis is currently under house arrest in his Jefferson Crossing home after posting bail. Wow. So he's going to be kicked out of that house. That's not even his house. It's Gloria Farber's house. I guess she was paying the mortgage, it said, so it wouldn't go in foreclosure and probably ruin her credit. Fotis should curl up and die of shame. I know it, Andrew. He's a piece of crap. He really is. He's going down little by little. Fotis Dulos is being brought down. Here he is, charged with murder, tampering with evidence. Who's going to want to do business with someone like that? Do you want Fotis Dulos building you a luxury home? If you was getting one built? Hell no, I wouldn't. Nobody's going to want to do business with him. His business is going under. He's getting ready to be homeless, and he's getting ready to go on trial for murder in the future. He's got a lot of nerve. Yeah, he just keeps getting worse and worse. It's like a never-ending story with this man. I'm just wondering when Kent Mulvaney is going to roll on Fotis. He's done thinking it. Sitting in his little jail cell. Here Fotis and Michelle Turconis is out on bail, but he's not. He's sitting in his jail cell being accused of conspiracy to commit murder. He might have put her in the basement or something, because when I was reading through that arrest warrant, Michelle Turconis was talking about Fotis being down in the basement of that house, and she didn't know what he was doing. And I think she was outside or something. So I was thinking, what if he was down there putting her under concrete? Michelle looks like she's already did 30 years hard labor. I know it. I know, she looks old, don't she? Jennifer's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Michelle Troconis, there's just no comparison. She's just a damn homewrecker. But I believe even if Jennifer and Fotis hadn't have split up and been going through all that nasty divorce and custody, he probably still would have ended up killing her at some point. And I agree with that Malwini's wife. I believe that hole they found at that gun club that had lime down in it, I think that was meant for Kent's wife, not Jennifer. Then they decided that was a bad idea. Maybe he knew that someone found that grave. He could have had cameras up or trail cam or anything. Maybe he dug the hole and then set up cameras and was like, if anybody comes by here and messes with it, then I won't be able to put a body here. Because when those men came back to that hole, they said they were pretty sure that it was a grave, 100% sure. The lime was gone and the hole was filled in. But there was no body there. The basement was finished. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it could have been finished and he could have like dug it all up and redone it. She's probably way away from his house somewhere. It's untelling. He's had access to so many properties. It's just untelling where he put her. Unless that Kent knows or the gal pal, I don't think we'll ever find Jennifer because Kent may tell if he knows where she's at to save his own ass. Blue West, I think that case you're talking about actually happened in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. I saw something about it in People Magazine. It's true crime yesterday, but they didn't name the family. Southern Mom. Hey, girl. Did y'all see that video I did? Someone threw a dog off an overpass in Knoxville, Tennessee. Just so happened a cop was sitting under the underpass doing paperwork. So as soon as the dog was thrown off, he heard it whining and rescued it. Thank God the little pup, it's a puppy, big size puppy, is going to be okay. I think that was destiny for that cop to be there. He was supposed to be there right at that moment just so he could help that dog. Everything happens for a reason. People are assholes. They're looking forever who did it. They don't know who did it. But I think animal abuse is a felony now. Anyone that hurts an animal is a piece of shit. Deserves the maximum sentence. In my eyes, someone that kills an animal, that's like murder. I hope they find him too, faithful one. You know, in Bristol, Virginia now, you can't have a dog tied up for over 24 hours. It may be 48, but I think it's 24 hours. But you have to take it off the leash and let it have breaks. You can't keep them tied up all the time. People that tie up dogs to dog houses and leave them, they don't need a dog. That's no life for a dog. Can you imagine living and dying on a chain? What kind of life is that? I mean, I take my dogs out on their little ropes that we made them so they can use the bathroom and stuff because they can't run around here. Even if they could, I can't let them just run around, go down the mountains and get lost or maybe stumble off a high wall, whatever. But I do let them get out and stretch their legs. I let Lady go run in the evenings. I have to let them go one at a time or they go get into mischief. I said, Shook, the property you're talking about is for sale. She's not at his house. Oh, really? I don't know. The article said the house he was living in with Michelle Troconis is the one that Gloria Farber was paying the mortgage on. Oh, Susan. I love to hear people rescuing animals. I treat my pets better than my friends. Me too, Andrew. I treat my pets like they're my family, even my chickens and stuff. I make sure they're inside their coop is clean and stuff. Take care of my little goat. Oh, I love Great Pyramids, Captain Obvious. She's never on a chain or a rope, but she hates being inside. Oh, they're great dogs. I need one of those to guard my goat. If she wouldn't try to fight it, she hates dogs. She got attacked by dogs a long time ago before I had her. My dog's over here grunting. And anyways, Annabelle don't like dogs. She headbutts them. It don't matter if they're nice dogs or not. She'll headbutt them. Should guess it's a mansion too. He has them listed on Zillow. Nobody's gonna buy nothing off him probably. I don't have kids, and they are like my children. Well, Susan, I have a son, but my animals are like my little children too. You know, my son treats them like they're his sisters, right, lady? That little goat, she's like a dog too. She's something else. Oh, there's Red Ruby. I didn't see you. I like my dogs more than people. I'm very merry. I love my dogs. I know. I'd rather be around animals than people. Right, lady? She's over here being nosy, want to kiss. She's just a little love bug. Aren't you? Let's see what's going on with this family murdered, y'all. Sit down a minute, lady. Everybody keeps talking about it. Let me look it up. Okay, here's something from the Daily News. Investigation underway in Florida after 4 people found dead in a home at a in the community of Celebration. The family of 5 missing for more than a week could be linked to a death investigation in Florida, where 4 people were found dead inside a home in the community of Celebration. Friends and family members told Fox 61 they had not heard from Megan and Anthony, is it Todt, T-O-D-T, nor any of their children since January 6th. The couple were well known in the area of Colchester, Connecticut for their physical therapy business, but recently moved their family to a residence in Celebration. The neighborhood, which is located on the edge of Disney World, was also the site of a death investigation earlier Tuesday morning. See, in the North Village area of the community, police were called. Let's see. Okay, when police arrived at the house, they discovered 4 bodies inside the residence and quickly dubbed their deaths suspicious. Wait a minute. So is there 4 people? Are they talking about the same 4 people? I got confused here. I can't hardly pronounce. Osceola County Sheriff's Office said they were called to a home in the North Village area of the community around 9 a.m. on Monday. When they arrived, they discovered 4 bodies inside the residence. Okay, a suspect was taken into custody in connection with the case. And authorities are awaiting the autopsies and have not yet released the names of the victims. But family and friends began to worry when the Todd family disappeared. See, that had me confused. The way it was worded, I thought there was like 2 different families there. Yes, girl, it's the same family. Okay, well, it had me a little bit confused. My brother and all his stress has got my mind all bumfuzzled anyways. Well, I was talking to Verbal about it yesterday a little bit about this case, and I think he said that he read that they were having some financial trouble. I don't know why people think that murder is the answer to their financial troubles. I mean, you're just going to be paying more money to defend yourself for your lawyers and stuff. Yeah, Katie, you can call in. Let me get the... Yeah, you can call in. Let me get the link. You can come and explain it. Hope the Harry Butt Bandit don't show up. I think I know who the Harry Butt Bandit was, but I can't prove it, so I can't say. But I'm pretty sure I know who it was. Somebody I know. Oh, there's Katie.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Awesome. Okay, I'm driving, so I just wanted to make sure. I have been looking into this case, and it is driving me insane because, get this crap, guys. So this guy's father actually hired somebody to kill his wife when Anthony Todd was like 5 years old, and the mom survived. She was shot in the head, and she survived. And now we have Anthony Todd, aka Tony, killed his whole entire family.
Hold on, you got a bad echo. Like, not an echo. It had like a bad screeching noise. Sorry. Okay. Uh-oh. We lost her. Oh, Katie, come back. She needs to come back and spill the beans. Bye, Lisa. Message me later, girl. Love you. I'm going to put the link again so she can click on. Okay. Okay, girl.
I'm back. Sorry.
That's okay.
So there was a family of 5 that went missing, even including the dog. They ran this physical therapy practice and business in Connecticut, and I guess went back and forth between Connecticut and Celebration, Florida. Well, they ended up finding out on the day that an eviction notice was supposed to be served at this family's home that they were renting. They found the guy, Anthony, and they also found the 4 family members, and it's my understanding they also found the dog, all deceased. And what's even more jacked up about all of this is the fact that Anthony's father, back when Anthony was about 5 years old, hired someone to shoot Anthony's mom in the head and kill her. And the person did not succeed. They were shot in the head. The mom was shot in the head, but she didn't die. She survived. And
Oh,
so it's like a family, like, yeah, his dad tried to do this crap and now him. And yeah, it's a mess. I guess this guy was being sued as well. And I don't know. I don't know what makes you take it out on your whole family, but everyone's like, oh, it's the eviction. It's the eviction. But they owned a condo, like literally 2 or 3 streets behind the house that they were renting. The house they were renting was like a $600,000 house. And the
yeah.
condo that they actually own is like 188,000. And they were being evicted from the one. So I'm like, why don't you just go move back into the other? Like, I don't know. I don't understand any of it, but he
Let
ended
me
up
ask
killing his
you
whole family.
something. Let me ask you something. Okay, so he kills his whole family. What does he do after that? Does he go on with his daily life? What happened after that?
They're not sure yet. They're trying to figure that out. No one has really heard from them since I want to say they're saying January 6th or so. But they also didn't have any electric in the house for a while either. So I don't know how long those bodies would have been dead in a Florida home, but it's hot in Florida, especially over where they are. I can only imagine, like, I hope they weren't there that long, but I don't know. I mean, this guy seems like he's a wackadoo, and he just kind of hung out with them, I guess. I don't know. People haven't really seen it. The neighbors said they saw him one day. He went to Connecticut around Thanksgiving, and he saw patients. His license had expired, but I guess you can practice on an expired license that's like 90 days or something. And his license had expired, and he was still seeing the patients in November. And then he abruptly sent out a message to cancel all of his appointments after Thanksgiving and was booked.
So it sounds like he knew he was going to kill him if he was canceling his appointments beforehand.
For sure. Yeah.
In these cases, a lot of these men that kill their families, I've read they're in their 30s. They got no prior criminal history, no history of violence, and then they get into financial trouble and then decide to kill their whole damn families. There's got to be more to it than that. There's got to be something going on in their brain already. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hang on one second. My Bluetooth headset totally came off. I heard most of what you said about the profiling of the men in the 30s and stuff and finances. I think that's pretty much dead on. That's a lot to do with what Chris Watts. We see Chris Watts.
Yeah. You gonna watch that movie?
No, I'm not going to. I can't do it. I don't know. I'm not.
No, I don't want to see him kill the kids or Shanann.
I can't. I already know so much about it, and I just feel like that was so, I don't know, it was done just so, they haven't even been dead 2 years yet. I don't know, it's a lot. It's not a documentary style, which I really care for. It's the reenactment. It's just too much. Those little girls, man, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, people have totally took advantage of these people's tragedies, these people's murders. And they just run it in the ground, in my opinion. I think that everybody should just let it rest and let the family try to grieve and move on. Can you imagine? I mean, how much this has been in the news and stuff? Can't imagine what they've been through. I mean, people's going to talk about it and stuff, of course, when it makes headlines like that. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of time to move on from that case and let it rest a little bit. You still there? I think we lost her, guys. Susan, right. It is dramatized, and I don't like those types. Give me a documentary when something is as dramatic as real life. You don't need to dramatize something further. Yeah, correct.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I had to disconnect my Bluetooth headset. It's being stupid, but I feel like maybe if something else comes up, like, that's important or significant, fine. But at the same time, I just feel like we've all talked about it, and the reenactment stuff is what gets me. And I know there's a lot of people that want to see the movie, and there's a lot of people that
that's how they learn about things, is through videos like that. They don't like documentaries like I do and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
just, and I feel like on YouTube too, we've been able to see the ins and outs of it. And now it's just, it's a lot. And I get people commenting on my stuff all the time. Like even something I did like for Shanann and the girls and stuff. People are like, oh, you know, I wish the family would get all the money that you guys get from this. One, I didn't even get enough money to recoup my time into it. And that's not what it's about. And two, go after these companies like Lifetime that are legitimately making money off of these tragedies. Like they're hiring actors and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the preview. That guy looks too much like Chris Watts.
He does. And he has that demeanor down, man. He's a good actor. It's either that's a part of who he is and it just works, or he's able to play that really well, and it's pretty scary.
Yeah. So back to the case in Florida. Had police come out and said the family's name?
No, not that last night, everything that I had seen, they won't come out and say it. They found them in the house, not yesterday, but the day before. And they're still not coming out and saying anything. There was this, okay, so the family is being super quiet about everything. And by family, I mean, it's my understanding the wife didn't really have any family, but I've also heard that she was sick and family kind of stayed maybe in that condo that they had to help her, because he went back and forth to Connecticut to Florida. I'm not really sure. Right. But they were talking about how the family of Anthony, he has a few sisters, and they started a group on Facebook about trying to find the family. And I'm hearing that like they said there was an active investigation. They were actively looking for the family. And this is what the sisters are saying. And it's coming out now that that might not have been true at all. And the reason why they've been so sketch about everything is because their dad tried to kill their mom years ago, and they didn't want that to come to the forefront. So they weren't going to the news. They weren't doing anything. They simply set up a Facebook page saying, hey, this family is missing. Can you help us? But then that was about it.
Okay, Susan's asking, was the physical therapist dead too? No, he wasn't, was he?
The wife and the husband, it's my understanding they were both physical therapists. The husband, no, he has been arrested. I have seen pictures of them arresting him and taking him into custody from that house. But I've tried to look him up as recent as last night, trying to see if he had been booked for anything. I mean, in most counties and stuff, they can hold you for up to 48 hours, if not longer, depending on possible and potential charges. And they hold you for questioning, and they don't have to book you and get you officially into the system. So that's possible. It's also possible that he lawyered up and walked away and we just don't know about it. But I find it very hard for that to happen. Like, I don't think he'd be able to go and get taken in and go for questioning and leave in any way, shape, or form because he was there. That's really hard to deny when you're in the home with dead bodies in your family.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him getting out on bond.
No, I don't think so. And his family, I don't foresee them. They've kind of distanced themselves from the whole thing. And I think it has a lot to do. I was wondering, they were really, really, I was calling them sketch. I'm like, well, this is really sketchy. And then I found out last night that this guy, his name's Robert Todt. And he's the one he was charged with attempted murder and like all this crap. It's crazy. I don't know. To think your dad did that. Yeah, your dad did that. She lived. And, that was your mom. And then you're going to turn around and do basically the same thing to your 2 kids or your 3 kids and your wife and the dog. And we don't know how they died either.
Right. So what happened to this Robert Todt?
He ended up going to jail, and I think he pled not guilty. He went to jail, and then he's been in trouble since then. I'm pretty sure he was released, and then he got in trouble back in 2015 for something else. He's got a lovely record. I was going to look into him a little bit more today, but I saw his mugshot, and he just looks like a real winner. So I don't think he has any contact with his son that I know of, but yeah, it seems like the apple doesn't fall far from that tree.
Yeah. What did you think about them finding? Let me change the subject. What did you think about them finding Harlee Dilley?
Oh man, That's actually only like an hour from my house, and that made me really sad. My family lives in that area, and yeah, it makes me sad. I was telling my husband last night, there's got to be something more that needs to be done because he was found in an abandoned house across the street from where he lived, and this is not the first time that this has happened in my area. Like there was a University of Cincinnati college student a couple years ago who committed suicide. But there are a lot of abandoned properties in Cincinnati. And there are, around the United States.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I lost you.
There's Harley Dilly was literally across the street from us. It just makes me think that there's something that's put in. There's an abandoned house and they know that it's abandoned. God, we searched because he could have been found right after he went missing. And who knows what would have happened. Like maybe he still could have been, taken care of and alive. He was in the chimney. I don't know.
You're cutting out, girl. Bad. I heard some of it. Gosh, I hate the internet sometimes.
I just got home and my Wi-Fi likes
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. But I was thinking, someone could have murdered him and stuffed him in the chimney, but they said that he climbed up on the roof and went down.
Yeah.
And got stuck.
Yeah, they said it was an accident. And they also were like, I don't know if you heard anything, like a couple of days ago, they were talking about some reports at his house and stuff. And it kind of sounded like they were looking in the direction of possible, like, I don't know, neglect or child abuse or something. But then they go in all these different directions and then come to find out he's literally right across the street, like from his house. That's what I don't know if you caught me, but there was since years ago, and they found his body in an abandoned property or an abandoned building. Not shortly after. I mean, it was like it was a couple weeks later, but it was almost the same thing. Like he was in an abandoned property, and if police were able to search those abandoned properties a lot sooner, they would have found him. Who knows? I don't know. They wouldn't have been looking for him. His family wouldn't have been concerned where he was.
I'm just wondering what would have made him want to climb down a chimney. Was he trying to get inside of the house or do a video? What? I don't.
I was just about to say that. Was it a YouTube video stunt or something? I don't know. I have no reason to think about going in a chimney. I'm not going to lie. So I don't know.
I watched his channel, a couple of his videos. He was a cute little
I have
guy.
not. He was. I saw his pictures and stuff. He seemed like he was trying to do big things and stuff. Was he that kind of, like, would that have been a video that he would have put on his YouTube channel, you think? Something like, I don't know, checking out an abandoned house or trying to get in or something?
That's what I was thinking. He kind of did, like, he's a video gamer. He would record himself playing video games, and upload them.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I was trying to think of that video. He did one video, but he was just sitting in it, basically just kind of talking a little bit about what he was doing and stuff. And he had like over 1,000 subscribers, I think.
He was doing something. I mean, it's hard to do that. People don't understand that it's hard to build up a base, not a fan base, but you know what I mean? Like a loyal subscriber base and I mean, especially for a kid, you don't have all the resources that we do as adults. So that says big things. And I mean, they called him a YouTuber. So I don't know exactly.
Well, I mean, if you run a YouTube channel, you're a YouTuber, I guess, no matter how big or small your channel is. But I don't know. I'm a little bit suspicious of that. I feel like someone could have made him get down in there or stuffed his body in there some way.
Or it could have been like a joke with friends. And then it went south, and then the friend left.
It says Blue West said I can hear you, but it's cutting out. It said Blue West says someone said Harley wanted to start doing YouTube videos. Do what?
I'm
Can you hear
going to
me?
jump out, I think, so that way I don't mess.
Oh, that's okay, girl. Let's see. Blue West said someone said Harley wanted to start doing YouTube videos in abandoned homes. Well, that's what I kind of thought. Like was when after I saw his channel was like he tried to do a YouTube video. I just can't imagine being stuck in a small place like that. Bless his heart, what he must have been thinking. And I guess no one could hear him scream because he's down the chimney, made of blocks, bricks, whatever. Probably muffled out his voice. And the house kind of did look like it set off by itself from the pictures I saw. So. Oh, it's okay, Katie. I understand. StreamYards is bad. Trying to get people on panel. Like it always messes up. It's always the audio or something. They said that the autopsy was, I forgot the word is called, but when you can't breathe and you die, like asphyxiation, maybe? Mac and cheese. But if it was a dare, someone else would know. Yeah. Kids do crazy stuff. I just can't see him doing that by himself. And I think someone said up in the chat, I think it was Southern Mom, the chimney looked awfully tall from the top of the roof. How did he climb that chimney? That's what I'm wondering too. So his glasses and coat were found, like I guess they had been, I don't know if they'd been thrown down the chimney or what, but they were found in that house. Let's see what exactly it says about that. Let me look him up. I hate it for his family. Bless his little heart. I hate small quarters. Okay, let me see what Fox 6 is saying. His body was found in a chimney. It said he was last seen. Let me take this headset off because it's beeping like it's about to die. Okay, needs to be charged. He was last seen on December 20th when he left for school between 6 and 7 a.m. It said during another sweep of the area Monday, authorities zeroed in on a vacant summer home that was undergoing renovations. There was no sign of forced entry to the house, and there was a lockbox for keys, Hickman said. Police went in and discovered a tragic scene. Harley's coat and glasses were discovered on the second floor of the house next to a brick chimney. And Hickman said, we were then able to discover what we believed to be Harley, who was caught in the chimney. So maybe he got off his coat and threw it down the chimney, or he threw his coat down beforehand, maybe down the chimney. I don't know. Yeah, Mama, that's what I'm thinking. He probably threw them thinking he would get them when he got down. Yeah. I don't understand how he goes missing for 2 days and no one reports him missing. He was only 14. Sure, you can't keep them. Oh, my chat scrolled when I was reading. Damn it. You can't keep them fed at that age, especially boys. They would eat you out of house and home. I know it. My son, he constantly is hungry. I can't believe, I didn't know it was 2 days before they reported him missing. That's a little bit suspicious. Can you reread that? Yeah, I sure can. It says, Harley's coat and glasses were discovered on the second floor of the house next to a brick chimney. Then they discovered Harley's body stuck in the chimney. They said it appears to be an accident. It says, it appears Harley climbed an antenna tower to the roof and entered a chimney. Once in the chimney, Harley's jacket and glasses were pushed from the chimney through a flue and into the floor of the second floor of the house. The chimney was blocked between the second and first floor, which trapped Harley. No way it would take that long. Hey, if I can't find my son, I'm calling the police. I don't care if it's been 15 minutes. If I can't find him anywhere. And it looks like they would have known he didn't show up for school. Did he not go to school that day? They said he was walking to school, but did he actually get there? Well, my son's 13, mac and cheese. I'd have a search party out too. I'm an insane mother too. I'm a mother hen, as they say. Because I know how evil the world is. People are crazy. So he climbed an antenna tower. So that's how he got to the roof. So I guess it's not an abandoned house. It's a house that's being renovated. The poor little fella probably didn't know there was a key box out there. But I bet he was going to do a YouTube video. Why else would he do that? What would be the point? Like if kids don't show up to school around here, they call your house. So I'm just wondering if the school called, if he showed up for school, what? I took it as he never got there. My kids always told their friends, if I ever go missing, she will find me. I could find my son. I wouldn't stop. Two days is crazy. Susan, he could have been wanting to play hooky from school and he was going to get inside the house and hang out there all day, maybe. Y'all read Blue West's comment. After you hit the thumbs up when you leave this channel, subscribe to Harley Daly's YouTube channel, hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, y'all find his channel. It's easy to find. I found it. Go check out his videos and kind of get a glimpse into his little personality and stuff. It was kind of hard for me to watch, especially the video where he was on camera. He had several videos like where he's just screen recording, playing games and stuff. My little boy watches all those channels, and I keep forgetting to ask him if he watched Harley Daly, but he probably did. He watches a lot of small channels. I tried to mute to cough, but I don't think it worked. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I will see y'all in the morning. Have a great day. Y'all go check out Harley's channel. Y'all go check out the videos about the wildlife in Australia too. It's really sad what's going on there. I've been watching a lot of those videos. And pray for Australia, please. Anyways, I love y'all. Be kind and peace.